Hello friends, you're the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Shadows of Brimstone. Okay, we had now our second fight. It was a little harder than the first one. We also took some wounds and some sanity damage, but luckily the saloon girl, she can heal pretty well. The problem is that she herself has only 7 sanity left, but that's still quite a bit, so I guess that will be fine. At least I hope so. We gotta take care here a little bit. Okay. So let's start the next turn. We have here our hold back the darkness roll. Okay, that's a 9, so no problems here. And then we're gonna activate the gunslinger, and we can explore now this area here. Okay, so that is a 3. That's not close enough actually, so we can move only here, but that would allow us to scavenge this area. I gotta check if it's also possible to scavenge these small areas or if you can also only scavenge the big rooms, but I think here scavenging on a map tile, yeah, so it should be possible to do this. I'm just wondering if he does so or maybe somebody else. Could be also the saloon girl, not sure. I think he will, because we want also someone to peek in here, and we cannot scavenge and peek in with the same person. So I think he's going to be the one who will scavenge now. Okay, let's see. Nothing here. The room appears to have nothing of value, nothing to find. But 10 experience points. So that's not too bad, and we can place also a scavenge marker here. Okay, it's the saloon girl now, and that is a 5. Well, not okay. I think she will actually move here. 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4. That's the question now. Yeah. I wonder if the bandito should do the peeking here, but on the other hand, it's not clear if he can do it because he needs a 4 to get here. So I think she will actually move here and then take a look in the next room. So let's see if we can place another one here. Otherwise, I'm really thinking about maybe removing part of that mine, which is a little sad, but it simply makes sense, I guess, because otherwise I have to rearrange all that stuff here. So I guess I will do this. I think I will simply remove part of the map. So let's see what we will find now. Well, that is a mid passage. No exploration token here. So let's see if this is something we find here. Oh, if we need another one. Yeah, it seems like we need a new one. So that now also means that this posse marker moves further on, because this is now the fourth tile that we placed. And let me see. Is it this one? It looks like there are only 3. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I think it is a mid passage, and that was a short passage. So I guess that makes sense, yeah. Okay. Or is there something in between 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4? Let me see. Yeah, I was actually wrong here. It's this one here. You can see there is only 1 light here in the middle, and there are 2 lights. So I'll remove this again and instead place this one here. Okay. So, and then it's again, no, it's the Bandido right now. So, let's see what he rolls. Well, that's a 2. That would give him now another grid. But he has already his maximum grid of 2. So what he can do now is, he can take that grid and spend it right away to re-roll this movement die. So that's a 6. That's definitely better. 1, 2, 3, 4. So wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, we could actually place him here. So he's next to the saloon girl. That's an advantage then. Okay. Yeah. So that was his turn. And then, because it's the end of the hero turn, the saloon girl can heal a wound from the gunslinger and a sanity from the Bandido. And that gives her 10 experience points. So another one of these death track rolls. That's an 8. So that's not good, because this is now another depth event. Let's see, that says falling rubble. The rocky ceiling of the mine shaft is unstable and prone to collapse. Each hero in the mines immediately takes D6 hits. Okay. Fabulous. So first it's the gunslinger. So that's a 3. So we can now try to prevent that. And I think I prefer my dice tray here. So let's see. Yeah, that was bad. No success here. I needed a 5. So I take 3 wounds. No luck here. And it's the saloon girl now. So that's 4 wounds, but she has a high defense. Defense of 3, so let's hope for the best here. Well, I could spend my grid now. I only have health 8. I would take 2 wounds here. I don't know. It's hard to say actually. I think I won't. I keep that grid and I take... yeah, I take 2 more wounds. We have still 2 bandages. Well, actually I have this acrobatic dodge. So I can re-roll the defense roll. So I will re-roll these 2 dice. Oh gosh, well that sucked. Anyway, so I take 2 hits now. Well, that wasn't so great. And finally it's the Bandito. Let's see. Also 4 hits for him. He has a defense of 4. Well, that was great. So only 1 hit. That's fine. He can take a lot of damage. No problems here. Okay. Well, that wasn't that great, but these things happened in mines. So the gunslinger again. And that is a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He moves here. So, oh, wait a second. When I scavenged that room, I simply drew a card. I forgot to roll. Okay, well, it's too late now. It was anything. It was nothing anyway. So only these 10 experience points. Wasn't that important. So I'm gonna try to scavenge again now. And I forgot. I have to roll 3 dice. And if I roll a 6, then I will successfully scavenge. Yeah, okay, I got that. And now I can draw another scavenge card. Okay, let's see what that is. It says emerging darkness. That doesn't sound good. Doesn't look nice. Sometimes when you look too deeply into the shadows start looking back. Draw a darkness card. Well, okay. So let's see. It says demonic speed. All demon enemies are now +1 initiative and +2 move. Well, that's pretty tough. So it gives us another 10 experience though. So it's the saloon girl again. That is a 3. She could actually move 4 now. So she moves 1, 2, 3, 4. She moves here because she's fast. And she will now look through this door and draw another map card. And that is the boiler room. Okay, so it's time now to change this whole map a little bit. Okay, so let's see how to place that thing. It is this one, I guess, and I think I'm gonna place it like that. Yep. Okay, here we go. And we're gonna place an encounter marker there. An exploration marker. Okay, and then we're gonna yeah. So, and then it's the Bandito. So that's a 5. 1, 2, 3. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess he moves in here. 5. Yeah, and so he's still next to the saloon girl. So that means now it's the end of the turn, and we can again heal. So a wound from the gunslinger, and another sanity from the Bandito. And these are 10 more points for the saloon girl. Okay, so that's the end of this turn. And now we're gonna flip the exploration. Wait a second. I think I forgot to roll a die here. Yeah, I forgot to do this. I forgot this. Did I? Damn, I'm not sure anymore. I don't remember if I forgot to... If I did this turn, this depth holding back the darkness marker. Well, anyway, it's... I don't know. Let's move on. So now I'm going to flip this, and that's an encounter. Again, no clue. This is bad. We need clues, and we have to go deeper into the mines if we don't find them. And again, there is only one exit here. So first let's check where this exit is. That's number 5. So that will bring us again down here. So we can block this one and that one. Okay. And then we will draw an encounter. Let's hope for the best here. Okay, and that says a crack in space. Shimmering and shining across the room, a crack has torn in the fabric of space and time. Through it, you gaze into infinity. Holy shit. Well, you don't expect that. You enter a boiler room, and then you see that crack in space and time. We have to do a spirit test. And it seems like everybody has to do this. Yeah, all heroes have to do that. Even the ones which are not in the room. That kind of sucks. I'm going to check that. Yeah, okay, that definitely sucks. If successful, gain 20 experience, which is neat. But it says if failed, lose D8 sanity, ignoring willpower. And that's definitely not cool. I mean, she is pretty low already. And I don't want to risk that. So I think what I'm going to do now, although I'm not sure what else can await me here, I'm gonna use my silver dice here. Once per adventure, discard and redraw any single card just drawn. So I think it's now time to do this. It's really a nasty card. I don't want to face that. So I will use these dice and draw another card. That's really dangerous. So I'm going to flip that just to indicate that I've used that. Well, let's see. Explosives. Encounter. The room is filled with crates of dynamite and barrels of gunpowder, much of it spilling out onto the floor. Some of this could be useful, but you had better tread lightly as it seems unstable. Any hero ending their move on this map tile may search for usable dynamite. Make a scavenge roll. For every roll of 5 or 6, you may gain a dynamite token. For each roll of 1, every model on the map tile takes d6 wounds with no defense. Okay, so that is definitely better. That's for sure. That's definitely better than the crack in space. And actually, if we play that clever, I wonder if you still can scavenge the room in the normal way. For every roll of... Make a scavenge roll. Probably not. No, I think if the scavenge roll here is different. And I wonder how often you can do this, but probably as often as you want. Okay, so I think you cannot scavenge the room in the normal way. But it's just That's just what I think. Okay. So that was the counter, and that's definitely better than the one before. So let's roll now again for this depth track. Okay, that's a 9. No problems here. But again, we have to move this a little further. Yeah, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. I tend to forget that. So, let's see now. First, the gunslinger will move. That's a 4, which is neat. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So okay, if we do a scavenge roll, the problem is the gunslinger doesn't have he doesn't have any grit. So I think he should not do that scavenge roll. And then it's the saloon girl. So that's a 2. That's not so great. So she moves right here. And she can now do this, and she will. She has some grit, so let's see. Okay, that's cool. So that gives me, that's a 6. So she can now take a dynamite token, and she didn't roll a 1, so nothing happened here. Okay, so the dynamite goes into the side bag. And then it's finally the bandito. And he's got a 1. Okay, so it's an interesting question. I think he cannot move here. So this is not 50% of the space. So he actually has to move here if he wants to move at all. Not sure if he will. Could also stay there. Well, I don't know. He could move there. Okay, so he moves here. And then he can take a grid. And oh, wait a second. Actually, he could roll again for movement because he already has its 2 grids. So he will roll again, and that's a 4, which is better. So he cannot move through the models. Only the saloon girl can do this, but he can move 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will bring him here. And he's still adjacent to the saloon girl, which is also important. And now he will also scavenge. Oh, yeah. This guy is cool. I really like him. So he can take up to 3 dynamite now. And, well, he can hold 5 items in his bag. So that's fine. He can take these 3 dynamite. Okay, and again we can heal because the saloon girl gives us this possibility. Again, 10 experience points for the saloon girl. So, it's now again our hold back the darkness roll. Well, that's just a 5, so that didn't work. So the darkness marker moves on 1 space. And the gunslinger will move. And that is a 2, so that will bring him right here. And he will not search that room again for explosives, but instead he will peek into the next room. So we draw a map deck, And that's the big room. Yeah, so let's see. I think it is really big. So just a minute. Yeah, okay, so this room is indeed big, and it's also beautiful. So actually you can see some light in this room, some sunlight probably, because there are also some plants. So we're going to place that room like this. And it looks just fantastic. And then we're going to draw another exploration marker. And I need a clue. And the saloon girl. A3. Okay, so that's simply 1, 2, 3. Remember, she can move through models. And then the bandito. So that is also a 3. So I guess he will move maybe here. Stay away from the other end in case there is an attack, so don't get in too deep here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's okay, I guess. Okay. And then again we can heal, so we will heal this guy and the bandito. And again 10 for the saloon girl. Well, that's also a way to collect actually experience points. This really adds up now. You can see that here. I mean, the gunslinger has a lot of them, but she is now the last turns. Every turn she takes an experience point. Okay, so let's hope now for a clue. Yeah, here we are. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that means basically that would be a gate, but I think we ignore this gate now. We have an encounter and we have a clue, and this is pretty important because we need to find 2 clues. Let me take a quick look in the mission book again. Okay, here we go. That was mission. We did mission number 1. So it says mission goals, blah blah. What? Yeah, find 2 clues. Okay, and if we found the last clue, then we have to fight an epic threat. Yeah. Okay, and there are no growing red markers, no. Okay, fine. So let me see what exactly happens if we draw a gate. Well, I think nothing. Linking missions. Fixed map missions. What are not used in fixed map missions? I will check that. I'm not sure if you use gates here. Actually, I don't think so, but I'm not sure. Yeah, actually in the basic missions, you ignore the gates and treat them like doors. So again, only 1 door. So let's see where that is. That's a 5, so that would then lead us here. Oh gosh. Okay, so we place 1 here and another 1 here, and then we simply move back here. I wonder what happens if we actually come back here, you know. So well, you probably have to roll some other way to find a new door somewhere, I guess. So if this, let's say if this door would be adjacent to another corridor or something, then I guess we simply would roll again and take one of these other doors instead. I'm pretty sure I've read that somewhere actually. So, yeah, fine. And then we have to draw an encounter again, and let's hope this time it's not as bad as this crack in the void or what it was. So, let's see. Hell pit. In the middle of the room, a gaping pit has been torn into the floor. Hot wind and the screams of the damned wash up over you from the black depths of the hell pit. Ooh. Spirit 5+. Every hero has to do that. If successful, gain 20 experience for each 5+ roll. If failed, take d6 corruption hits as the tainted voices infect your soul. Oh gosh, if at least one hero failed this test, the tortured souls below have gained a foothold and something emerges from the hell pit. Attack, draw a threat. Each time a hero takes one or more wounds from one of these enemies, they also take one corruption hit. Okay, so basically this is something that is not so great. So it's about spirit. This guy has a concealed flask, so he's got +1 spirit. So he can use now 3 dice, and he needs a 5 or higher to be successful. We don't have any grid here, so gotta be lucky. Yeah, awesome. So that gives us then actually 40 experience points, which is great. Okay, and she also has a spirit of 3, and the good thing is she has a grid token. Yeah, also a success, 20 experience points for her. And then finally the Bandido, also a spirit of 3. He didn't make it, but he can spend a grid token to re-roll all 3 dice. Oh, come on, you can do that. Yes, fantastic. 40 experience points for him. That's pretty amazing because he was a little short in experience. So overall that was a good card. Okay, so let's move on. Again, this test, and again I think I have to move this. I always forget that. So now I need actually a 8 or higher to prevent this darkness track from moving. So it's getting harder now. And I didn't bake it. So now this thing moves on. And that means we have to draw another darkness card. And it says, Chill of the Grave. All undead enemies are now +1 initiative and +1 combat. So demons, void enemies, and undead enemies, they're all getting stronger now. Makes sense. I mean, the deeper in the mine you go, the stronger the enemies get. It's a cool idea. And then we will simply move again. The gunslinger starts his movement. Well, that wasn't great. That's just a 2. And now that I see it, he can move. I wonder if he can move through here. I think he can. I think this space is actually adjacent. So I think he moves in here and then here in the middle of the room. Maybe actually he will. Yeah, I think it's okay. He moves here. And then he can also try to scavenge this room with 3 dice. That wasn't a success. So nothing happens. And then it's the Saloon Girl. And that's a 4. That would be a 5. So yeah, I think. Okay, I think she actually. It's a little risky. If she starts to peek now into the new room, this guy stays a little too much behind, I think. So I think I will only move maybe, I don't know. I can heal a little sanity with him. So I think I simply will move 1, 2 spaces here, and that's it. And then I'm gonna heal, or I'm gonna scavenge, I mean. And again, I didn't make it. Okay, and finally it's the Bandido. And that is a 3, so that allows him now to move 1, 2 spaces. So he also ends up next to the girl, so he can also heal. And then he's gonna try to scavenge. Oops, that doesn't count. And yes, this time we made it, so we're allowed to draw a card. Okay, so it says simply nothing here, 10 experience point, the room appears to have nothing of value. And we're gonna place a scavenge marker right here. It's interesting, although we didn't see much fighting, it's not a boring game, not at all. I enjoyed a lot. There is some story told. We had some intense moments here in this other room with the explosive. We had the hell pit. So it's really, really fun, even though there is no fighting going on right now. But that's part of the experience. I think it's nice to have a dungeon crawl where you don't have to fight all the time. Makes it also interesting. So that was the Bandido, and then again we have to roll for the depth track. And that's a 10, that's good, that's a success, so nothing happens. And we can now simply roll again for movement of the gunslinger. That's a 1, which sucks, but gives us a grit, at least something. But it wasn't that great. So I'm going to move in here. Wait a second. Actually, I forgot to heal these 2 guys. So that's again 10 for the saloon girl. I forgot that. Okay, so and then it's the saloon girl. She can now move. Oh, that's a 2. That's also not great. And well, she definitely wants to scavenge. I forgot that. No, we already did. So, well, she simply moves here, I guess. Then. Well, actually, she could. Yeah, I forgot. She's fast. So she can move an additional space, which is good because that allows us now to look into this room. That's something we want to do. So in this case, this ability is really useful. And we're going to draw a map. And that is a rail tunnel. So that is a pretty ordinary room this time. And let's see, it's... might be one of these. No. Damn it. Maybe that one. Possibly that one. Yeah, that's it. Looks pretty much like it. Yep, that's it. Okay. So, and actually that works fine. We can place this one here, just like that. Okay. And I think we can actually only place one exit here because we might do this just to make this map a little more complete. We can place that void tile here. Just give me a minute here. Yeah, so this is actually pretty funny because this is now how the map would have looked like. Just this starting tile should have been placed here, And then we went just like this. It's really cool. It's really fun. And I cannot take an exit here. So well, let's see. First, let's draw an exploration token. Okay, so here we are. And then it's the Bandito. He can now move. And that's a 4. That's good. That allows him to enter this room. 1, 2, 3. So I think he goes here so that the gunslinger can move between them. Okay. So here we are. It's not so easy to organize all this. Okay, and yeah, then we will flip. No, wait a second. We could now still heal, and I will actually heal the sanity. No, I can't because I'm not standing next to her, so I cannot heal the sanity from the gunslinger. The saloon girl can't do that. But let's flip the exploration token now, and that's an encounter. Bad luck, it's no clue token. So we have only one exit here, and we have to take that one. There is no other way. We cannot move on here. So we have to block this exit. Okay, just like that. And then we draw another encounter card. Whoops, that's again the Void Lair. That's weird. Let me see. Or did I place it back on top when I removed? It's possible, actually. I'm going to check that if I find it. No, it is indeed a second card. It's the second time the Void Lair. We had this room here, which was a Void Lair, and then this one here, right adjacent to it. Maybe the spiders somehow made it through the stone here. So it says, the passage is covered in thick sticky webs and soft egg sacs line the walls and floor. All heroes on this map tile need to roll 1 higher to hit. Okay. And then we have to roll a random hero rolls an agility test. Okay, so now let's roll for a random hero, and we'll see which one it is. That's the gunslinger. Luckily, he just received a grid marker. That could be very helpful. So he has to do an agility test right now. He's got an agility of 3. So no, wait a second. That's not true. Ah, now I get it. I made that wrong. First I have to roll, and then... Yeah, okay. So let's see what happens. Let's hope we roll a 5 or 6. Ugh. So that is now a 1 or 2. That's the Venom Burst. So now the gunslinger has to do an agility test. Okay. And he made it. Okay. So what does that mean? Nothing. Cool. Yeah, okay. Nothing happened. Very good. But still that special effect here with the spider web still applies. Okay. And well, let's move on a little bit. Okay, let's do another turn. So we go again for this roll here first. Not good enough. So the depth track comes now closer. Oh, the darkness track, the darkness marker. And, well, then it's the gunslinger. He can now try to enter this room. That's a 4. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So he now is in this room. And he could now scavenge that room, and I think I will do so. So that's a 5, no success here. And then it's the saloon girl. And she moves 4 spaces. Well, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So she moves here. And she will also try to scavenge the room. And she was successful. Very good. Okay, so let's see what we got. Nothing here, but 10 experience points. Okay, and then the Bandito. A 6. Yeah, I think he will explore the next room. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he looks into this room and draws a card from the map deck. Okay, so that's a corner passage. Makes this thing now interesting. I wonder... Might be possible to take that. Okay, so let's roll first. 1, 3 or 4 or 6. Okay, that's one that goes to the right. So that means that we would move into this direction here. Okay, well then I guess we then would need another corner passage to move on. Now it's getting a little complicated. Okay, I just checked this now, and it doesn't fit anymore. You see, this would overlap here, so we cannot take that. So that means we have to go into the other direction. But even then, I think it's a pretty weird thing, because I wonder if a room fits here, but we will see about that. So, problem is, this small tile cost us another point here, and yeah, there is no exploration token here. So, that was now the Bandito, and he's standing here. And that's the end of the turn. And then it's again this hold back marker here. So that's a 2. That sucks. This is bad because this is another depth event. Let's see what that is. Doesn't sound good at all. A 2. That's an ambush attack. Draw a threat to immediately ambush the heroes. Well, actually, I think I don't do that. I think I'm going to reroll that. So I spend a grid and I reroll this. Both. But that's better. That's at least better, I think. A 5. So that means it's again the terrifying shriek. Shriek of pain and suffering echoes through the mind, chilling you to the bone. So each hero immediately takes d6 horror hits. Okay, so first it's the gunslinger. Ooh, well that's tough. But he can try to prevent these hits from happening. He has a willpower of 4. Okay, that was okay. So we only take 2 hits. So it wasn't that bad. I have a pretty high sanity of 12, so that's okay. And then it's the saloon girl, and she is also not that strong. That's 4. Well, okay. I mean, she has a willpower of 4. So let's see. Maybe we have to spend the grid here. Yeah, that's not good enough. No, I'm gonna spend the grid and roll these 3 dice again. Well, yeah, that was worth it, I guess. So we only take 1 more madness. And finally, it's the Bandido. Yeah, that's okay, only 1. So he rolls a die to prevent that. Okay, twice a 1, but that's okay. So he takes a 1 sanity loss. Ooh. Okay. And this marker is not moved. If you roll doubles, it is never moved. So now let's count again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're only down here. Is that so? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess. 8. Yeah, we're here. Okay. So, and well, then the gunslinger moves, and he has to catch up a little bit here. So that's a 1, a 2, and a 3. Saloon Girl, a 1. That's not so bad. That gives her a grit, and it gives her also the option to wait for the gunslinger. So she moves now simply 1 space, and then she could heal. Well, she could also move 2 spaces actually because of her fast. She could heal the gunslinger though. Yeah, I think she would do that. And then it's the Bandido again, and that's a 5. So this guy now moves 1, 2, 3, and he actually moves 4 spaces here. But we're not going to peek into the next room. We're going to scavenge that room. That didn't work. Maybe I should have done that with the Saloon Girl too, but now it's too late. Okay. So let's go on, actually. I'd love to go on until I come to this last. I will explore the next room, and then if there is nothing in there of value, I'm gonna load this up. But it's just an amazing game, and I enjoy it so much, even though there is no fighting at all going on. So again, the gunslinger does this roll here, and that's a 9, which is good. And then he can simply move. And oh, by the way, he can heal a sanity because of the Saloon Girl at the end of the turn. So the Saloon Girl would gain 5 experience points. So let's move. That's a 4, that's okay. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So he moves here, and then he will also scavenge this room here. That doesn't count because we've lost 1. Yeah, that was a success. Very good. So let's draw a card. Okay, let's see what that is. It's again the Emerging Darkness. That's pretty nasty. Sometimes when you look too deeply into the shadows start looking back. Draw a darkness card. So that says it's a trap. Enemies spring from the shadows. Draw a threat card. This is an ambush, which is a bad thing. Okay, so let's see now. What happens? Well, before we do this, we would gain 10 experience for the gunslinger because he did that scavenge action. Okay, now let's draw a threat card from the medium deck again. And these are void spiders, and these are 2 gosh. 2 yellow dice. These dice, void spiders. So let's see what that is. You've got 4 and 8 void spiders. Okay, these are a lot. But so this is an ambush. So we have to. That's pretty nasty now. We have to see how this works now. Okay, here they are, 8 of these spiders. These are void spiders, and all void enemies are now +1 defense. Okay, but let's see. Because it's an ambush, now we have to place these things a little different. Where the ambushing okay, the highest blur, place 1 model in any space adjacent to a random hero. That enemy is said to be targeting that hero. Okay, usually we could say we would place, because there's so many, we nearly could place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think basically we simply have to randomly spread them as, or not randomly, but evenly spread them as far as I know. Yeah. Are placed to be evenly spread, targeting all of the different heroes. Okay, so in this case, they will take each 1. Let's see, where's the front here? This guy targets him, and that guy targets him, and we have to place them adjacent to the heroes. That's a fact. Because it's this ambush attack, so they are right adjacent to us. Just like this. And she is then facing a lot of spiders. And that is definitely not good. The good thing is she could move through models, but I'm not absolutely sure if this is so useful in this case. Okay, so she yeah, that's how it looks now. And let's see where the spiders are. These are the hell bats. Void spiders. Here we go. Okay, so they have a very high initiative. The good thing is they have no extra ability. They're extremely fast. They have a combat value of 2, which is not so bad. They do 2 damage. Well, it's okay. They have a health of 3. Well, okay. We will see about all that, but in the next video. It's interesting now, but this is now simply there's too much going on now. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this in my next video, not right now. Yeah, it makes sense. Absolutely. So yeah, hope to see you then, and we'll see if they survive. I'm a little afraid, especially for the saloon girl. She only has 5 health left. So if she takes now a bad hit from 4 creatures, I mean, she is good in defense, but still it's going to be pretty hard. And remember, the void enemies are now +1 defense. Yeah, okay, so yeah, hope to see you then. Bye. But there is actually one thing I can do, and I'm going to do this right now. I got this quick and the death. I got this quick draw thing. Anytime a new group of enemies is placed on the board, you may immediately make a free attack outside of the normal turn sequence. So that's definitely... To use this ability, you must have hand open. What does that mean? Okay, honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I can use that. I don't think so, actually. it says, note that assigning items to your hero to your hand slots at the start of the turn is usually only important during a fight, and it is assumed that the hero can swap different items into and out of their hands when there are no enemies on the board. You may still only ever use 2 hand slots at any given time, though. That's a little weird. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. This item requires one of the hero's 2 hand slots. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really say this guy. There are no 2 hand slots, damn it. I have no idea what to do here. Maybe you decide. Just let me know what you think about this. I'm going to upload this now. And if you see it, let me know what you think about this. Can I use this ability? Can I maybe shoot at least with 1 pistol? Or can I shoot with 2 pistols, free attack? Or am I not allowed to shoot at all? Maybe I find something in the adventure book. That's another hope I might have, especially for this card here. Well, it doesn't really help here. Quick draw lets you get the upper hand even when enemies attack you from ambush. This can be a great way to keep yourself alive by killing enemies before they get to attack you. Kill or be killed. Quick draw may only be used to make an attack with a gun. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know what exactly this open hand means. Okay, so let me know what you think about that. Yeah, hope to see you then. Bye.